Roundtable. I'm Ed Codi. To my right, the Swami George Abraham. To my left, the Tiger Albert Campman. So much going on. Let's start off with Spotlight in high school swimming. 3A boys. The Seneca Valley boys won the state team title. This to go along with their WPIAL crown. Daniel Samoz, he won a gold medal in the 200 individual medley, broke his own school record. And the 400 freestyle relay team won to clinch the championship. Kevin Donaldson, Gavin Blazer, Zach Lazowski, and Daniel Samoz. They nailed it down by winning that. The Raiders also placed second in the 200 freestyle relay. Haihan Su, he was fourth in the breaststroke. So congratulations to Coach Brian Blackwell and for the championship. What a year for Seneca Valley swimming.
Yeah, you hear the names, and it's interesting that you can do more in one event. And if you have a great couple swimmers, it carries over. It's like track and field. It carries over in winning a team championship, which is interesting.
And to win a WPL and a state, it's a sweep for the year. Tremendous. Something. And that was their WPL championships, the first in 45 years.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You never count the whip you out in any sport, you know.
No.
Generally, some of the newer sports, they were a little bit ahead in the East, way like lacrosse and such. Well, they've caught up quickly out here.
For the Seneca Valley girls, Ashley Felitsky, she placed 7th in diving. 2A boys, Joseph Roth of Riverside, first in the 100 backstroke, second in the 50 freestyle. The 200 freestyle relay and the 400 freestyle relay, both won by Riverside, Joe Roth, Alexander Roth, Sam Klein, and Ryan Turner. Will Resch of Hampton, he was first in the 200 individual medley and a second place tie in the 100 butterfly. North Catholic, third place in the 400 freestyle relay, sixth in the 200 freestyle relay. In team scoring, Cathedral Prep 196. I never think of them as being outstanding swim.
They swim
program.
in New York too. There's water in New York.
Yeah, but you never hear I never thought about them being a power in swimming. Riverside was second, 148. North Catholic was third in 122.
The biggest thing that happened was in that area is Riverside is so happy that Elwood never built a pool.
I would say so.
Because the Ross are from Elwood.
Yeah.
And it's awesome that they're the closest school to, because, they could be swimming for Seneca Valley. And that's
right.
They swim for Riverside. They swim for Riverside, and then
if they were with Seneca Valley, they'd be national champs. Seneca
so you
Valley.
got Joseph and Alexander.
Guys,
So congratulations to.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Yeah, outstanding what they've done in basketball and swimming.
And I think one of those other, I don't know if the Klein or one of the other guys might be from Elwood also. So yeah,
is there another?
I think so. I'm
not
sure.
Turner.
I'm one of the two. I'm not which one.
And in girls 2A diving, Maggie Foley of North Catholic, the junior, won a silver medal to go along with her WPL gold. She'll be back next year. Monotol junior Katie Roth, she was the 5th place tie in the 50-yard freestyle. How about this girl? Here's a coming star, Freeport freshman Kira Schreckengoss. She was 7th in a butterfly, 8th in a 200 individual medley, and she was a member of the 6th place 200 medley relay. Just a freshman.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen down the road, but when you do it early and you get the taste of it, you get a chance to swim for clubs around the area that are better. Chance to
build that confidence.
Yes.
High school hockey, Penguins Cup. Seneca Valley looking for their second title in the last 4 years. They lost to Peters Township 6-2. They finished 12-9. And high school track, the Butler Sprint Medley Relay Team, Braden Young, Lucas Lear, Duke Recruit, Guinness Brown, and Ryder Criley. They took first place at the Adidas Indoor Nationals in Virginia. Their time of 3 minutes, 21.24 seconds, 7th best in the country.
Wow, that's awesome.
All you have to know is how powerful they're going to be this year in track. Our stories of the week: high school basketball, PIAA championships, boys 5A semis, Newcastle 59, Gateway 39. Gateway coming off that upset of Laurel Highlands. Everyone was looking ahead to the Laurel Highlands Newcastle rematch. Didn't materialize. Now the Canes, their first championship appearance in 8 years, 27-2. They take on Imhotep Charter 27-4. Your predictions, guys?
30.
This will be a romp. This will be
30.
This will be a 30-point game. Yeah, they'll get beat by 30 in this game.
The Canes.
Yeah, they have.
Imhotep's that good.
Yes, they're a national team.
Every year I mention them, right?
Yeah, but they're a national team. You understand?
Yeah.
They don't. They have. They're one of the kids going to Kansas, another kid's going all. I mean, it's
They're like IMG Academy
Yeah,
of
exactly. No,
Pennsylvania.
it really is. And
Yeah, I'm serious.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, there are enough people in Philadelphia. If you're handpicking,
They handpick.
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Right, and then the players, parents, the way they are today, who's winning? Let's go there. That's where they want to go.
Yeah, yeah. Newcastle took it as far as they could take it, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Win the WPL and then
Yeah.
go into the state finals, and then they run against a team like this that.
Well, they lost the WPL by
Oh,
2.
that's right.
They
Laura,
lost
I'm
Laura
sorry.
Hyland. That's
You're
why
right.
they wanted that rematch.
Thank you for that.
That's why they wanted that
watched
rematch.
that game.
I-
They
did you see the Gateway upset coming at Laura Highlands?
No,
I didn't see that.
no.
Just one of those
Well,
games.
it's just shot selection. I watched them play 3 times.
Yeah, little
You know,
little shaky.
sooner or later you're going to lose when you take the shots they do, and that's what happens.
Hey, Quaker Valley down by 16 points. Came back to beat Archbishop Carroll 67-60. Now Quaker Valley 27-0. They play Newman Goretti 22-4.
Normally, this will be a romp too, but I'm not sure. I know IHOP, whatever you say them.
Imhotep.
I know how good they are.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Newman Goretti. But
Well, it seems to me every year I say Newman Goretti.
Newman Goretti.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I'm going to guess.
Just take a stamp and put
I'm
it
going
in
to guess.
there.
I'm going to guess 15 points. That Newman Goretti will win by, but I'm not sure about that one.
I'm going to pick Quaker Valley.
Okay.
All right.
You're allowed to do that.
All right.
And I think you can. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure about that one.
As you would say, they have hoops there too.
We have it there too.
Hey, Aliquippa 21-7. They take on Devon Prep 18-7. Here's what's amazing: the Quip's 5 starters in basketball. They were just in Hershey in December to win the PIAA championship in football. This reminds me of the old days, like when you were at Farrell, and then when I was at Butler. All the football players were basketball players.
They are.
And it's they're one of the few schools that.
Well, they don't have much
they
choice
still-
for all the.
I
Say
understand
with
that.
Farrell, they only have.
But they've been doing this
Oh
forever.
no, absolutely. Oh yeah.
Forever they've been
But
doing
now they
that.
have so few kids.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It is. Both.
And you know these 5 kids are going in with confidence.
They always do.
And 2A, how about Olsh? 27-0. They take on Constitution 22-8. Olsh overcame a 22-point deficit to Kennedy Catholic to appear in the championship game. What do we know about Constitution, guys?
I just know the name, and I watched them play 2 years ago at Kennedy, and they had a really good team then. Olsh, double confidence. That's Olsh. They believe they're going to win every game.
27-10. I turned it on. It was 27-10.
Yeah.
Not today. There's no way.
And a 22-point
Yeah, but
deficit
later on, yeah.
first half.
Yeah.
So who do you like in this game?
I would like
You like
Olsh.
I like Olsh.
And I would say Constitution.
just a thought.
Bishop Cannon in 1A, 24-4 versus they go against St. John Newman, 26-3. I'm leaning towards St. John Newman. Newman Goretti, St. John Newman.
Listen, the names.
I mean, you saw Canada.
And they're all the same
Hanneman's
district.
good.
And they're all the same. Are they the same district, George?
Yeah,
One or 12?
No,
What are they?
12 is the city.
Okay.
1 is the
It's
borough.
it's 1 or 12, right? I mean, every year. And I think a 3 might stick in there sometimes.
Yes, that's Harrisburg.
That's Harrisburg.
Will this be
Reading,
one of the
Reading.
better?
Yeah.
Will this be one of the better games?
Absolutely.
I think so. Oh, no,
El
Cannaman's very
will
good.
tell you how good
No,
Canada is.
Cannaman's very, very good.
I know
Yeah.
Cannaman's
We
good.
can only be so much
I
better
know
than them,
Cannaman
right?
played about 5 or 6,
Yes.
6 and 5A
Yeah,
teams.
and
I
played
know.
that, and
I
they-
said all year that if Campman played, Campman would in WPL would have won 1, 2, 3, and 5.
Well,
They
Cannaman's
wouldn't have beat Quaker Valley, but they'd have won 4 WPL championships, and I don't know about 6. I mean, they lost Fox Shell by 5.
Cannaman's 4 losses were to 6A teams like
Oh, yes.
Butler and
Yes.
a few other teams.
There's no bishop in front of it, but it's the same premise.
Yeah.
You know.
In 6A,
There really is.
Catholic country.
Yeah.
There really is. They are called Bishop Canada when
Yeah.
when they're introduced.
Yeah, absolutely.
They just took the bishop off
Yeah.
for
Like Kennedy, you know, sometimes they call him Kennedy Catholic, sometimes they call him Kennedy Christian, blah, blah, you're playing, you know you're playing.
Yes.
And in 6A, no North Hills, no Fox Chapel.
No.
It'll be Roman Catholic 23-4 versus Archbishop Wood 21-7.
So we got Roman,
Roman
Archbishop.
Archbishop.
Yeah.
I tell you what, they must say a lot of prayers for games.
No, it's and you can thank Ed Rendell.
You know, I was going to say that. I talked to a very good coach this week, and he said I can't blame the coach of the team for bringing in all the great players because he's not breaking any rules.
Yeah, they're lying.
You know, until the PIAA says you can't do this anymore,
And
the same teams are going to be there all the
And
time.
there's no boundaries, so they can't.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
know about
Yeah,
Like
well,
he used to say to me, I go, Al, the Kennedy girls are here. We had a camp. And he'd go, how do you know? I said, the Ohio plates.
Well, I said this before, I'll say it again. As soon as you do something here in the western half of the state, with a lot of those Catholic schools, half the lawyers in Pittsburgh are Central
Absolutely.
Catholic, North Catholic grads.
Absolutely.
You go out east, they're Villanova grads.
Absolutely.
Yes, they
Good
are.
luck.
Yes,
Good
they
luck
are.
with any of that.
Nobody wants to take that on.
No one.
Nobody
Powerful,
wants to take
powerful
that.
force.
No.
Hey, girls PIAA championships, Mount Lebanon 27-1. They'll take on Plymouth Whitemarsh 30-0.
My Lebanon will give them trouble with the way they play. You know, unless Whitemarsh is pressing and all over, because
I'm going to lean towards Plymouth myself.
my Lebanon, the style play. That's
Guard
why.
play slow.
Oh yes.
Plymouth used to come to our tournament in Altoona every year. Remember they had John Pershing?
Oh, yes.
Way
John
back in the day?
Pershing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went
Yes.
on outstanding linebacker on the Notre Dame
absolutely.
National Championship
Yeah,
football
they used to
team.
come
John
to our
Naponte.
tournament.
Played
John
with-
Naponte.
played with
No,
Terry.
he was Norwood. They found
He
out.
was in-
Yes. Then they play them against
The only
them.
one
I
that
said the
lost.
same thing there
Yeah.
too.
Pershing played with Hanratty.
Yes.
And 5A, Chartiers Valley 28-2 versus Cardinal O'Hara. Wait a minute, 15-15,
Yeah, Cardinal Harris the one to beat them by 30 last year. So
and they're 15-15. So
they had to play
Don't look
national.
at that record.
they had to play a national schedule.
Yeah.
They had because I remember I thought Shore Valley was unbeatable last year.
Beat 'em
and
by
then,
30.
And last
Wait,
year they got killed.
With Cardinal O'Hara, were they in the A10?
Is it true? Eddie, that's a good point though. Think of that, a team that good.
15-15.
Yeah, I got to see their schedule. I'm gonna look it up today when I go home.
All right, and then 4A, Archbishop Wood 24-5 versus Lansdale Catholic 27-5, and 3A, the Shocker, after losing twice to North Catholic, Freedom bounced back, beat North Catholic 46-39 in a semi game. So Freedom will take on Newman Goretti. How many Newmans are out there?
That'll be the whooping of all whoopings right there.
Yeah, that might be a clock runner.
Yes.
Yeah, North Catholic finishes 22-6, and they're all back next year.
They'll need them, you know, because if they're all there at the same time, that's quite a team.
And in 2A, Southern Columbia 29-1 versus Neshannock 28-2. Can Neshannock pull the double-double?
Just by the name itself, Southern Columbia has not been a powerhouse in girls basketball.
Are there any Rodriguez girls? That's what I want to know.
29.
If there aren't,
Garcia.
If there are no Garcias, they got a chance.
Chance. Hey,
It
and
probably is. I'll bet you there
I
is.
would be shocked.
And then 1A, Kennedy Catholic 25-2 versus Northumberland Christian 23-3.
Hey, they struggled. Williamsburg had them in the fourth quarter.
So Kennedy has a
Northumberland.
chance in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kennedy has a chance in this game.
Yeah, they're good.
All right, guys, let's move on to the NFL where the landscape, it's changing like I've never seen it change before. Now let's go to the Steelers, all right? I give them credit. They've spent $80 million free agency. I think on paper they're better than they were at the end of the season. Mitch Trubisky, linebacker Miles Jack, offensive lineman James Daniels, offensive center Mason Cole, and a defensive back Levi Wallace for Buffalo, and they re-signed offensive tackle Chuck Okorafor.
Couldn't say any better than that. That they really upgraded in the right positions too.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you go, they hit linebacker, which they were really weak last year,
Yes.
and then they hit quarterback, and I think they hit a gold mine. I'm the one the guy that loves Trubinsky. I think now it's up to Canada. Canada has to redo his offense, to use his legs and use his arm on the run.
And before I get to Trubisky again, let me say, leaving, Juju signs with Kansas City, James Washington with Dallas, and whoever's Ray McLeod's agent, this guy deserves. He signs a nice deal with the 49ers. What did he do with the Steelers to get this deal?
They're going to use them on reverses, and they're going to use
Yeah,
them
like they do Debo.
yes, they're going to use it a lot of different ways. Yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, I didn't think he was a kick return. Okay.
I was so indecisive
my
as a kick return.
My thoughts, though, when as a receiver, seemed like he was open.
He did.
That's
why they must have saw the film, and late in the year he came on strong, much better at receiver.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
The
there.
one thing he has that he has speed.
Yeah, he does.
He has
Absolutely.
speed. But he's so indecisive. I mean, he needs a coach on kickoff returns because
Straight ahead,
he's so
yeah, take seven,
indecisive at times. Now, having said that, you mentioned Trubisky. He might be the fourth best quarterback in that division, Burrow,
Well, he will
because
be.
the Browns shocker.
Yeah.
The Browns get Deshaun Watson. Give him, $230 million guaranteed. The Browns give up 3 number 1 picks, a 3 and a 4. Now they pair him with Amari Cooper. They signed Jacoby Brissett as a backup. Baker Mayfield, who knows where he's going
Right.
to end up. So what do you think about the Browns signing Watson?
Well, from a standpoint of just football, they're a Super Bowl contender. You know, with the talent they put around
With those
him.
running backs
Yeah,
and
well,
receivers.
oh yeah, with the Super Bowl, but the people they put around him. Now they're going to go get. They're going to get a receiver, Wilson. I'm thinking from Ohio State in the first round of the draft.
That's the word.
Yeah, so they're going to get him. Put their talent out there. They're going off. They're doing the LA Ram technique. Mm-hmm. Let's try to get it right now. If we can get it.
Because they have the offensive
Oh
line.
yeah, the best offensive line in football.
They
yeah.
have a good defensive front.
Yes, they do.
They had numerous injuries in the secondary
Absolutely.
last
They
year.
get the full team to win it all. They do. That's a good point, Eddie. They have position.
See, everybody's thinking the same old Browns because
They aren't the same.
No.
And the other thing is too, it's very much a copycat league. It worked all in for the Rams.
Good point.
And the other thing with Watson's 26 years old.
Oh yeah. I told Al knows how good Watson is. 2 years
He's
ago,
top five.
they
He's
took
top five.
Eddie.
Yeah.
They took his best receiver
Hopkins
in
gone.
2020,
Well,
and he still had a fabulous year.
He threw 36 touchdown
Yeah,
passes
oh.
and 7 picks.
Yeah.
Now he's going to miss 6 to 8 games probably
yeah.
after everything
Oh,
is
yeah.
settled. The
That's the
Steelers,
other thing.
the
They were
Steelers
that.
are hoping he misses those 2 against
You
them.
want to play him back to back. You know, the other thing too with him, they structured the contract knowing he was getting suspended. He only makes $1 million next year. That's intentional because
Right.
they know he's going to miss 6 games.
What do you think the fans will say, Eddie? What are the fans going to say? What are your thoughts? What's your thought?
You know what? I think they're quick to forget. If you could show them, here's a path to the Super Bowl. I know I've used this analogy a million times. When Ernie Holmes tried to shoot down
Oh,
a
that's
state,
right.
a state,
I forgot about Ernie.
police helicopter.
It stopped the
He
Steelers
played
fans,
the
didn't it?
Super
He
Bowl.
didn't do it. No,
Played
wait,
the Super
wait a
Bowl.
minute. Roethlisberger, he didn't
Yes.
do it. He didn't do it. He
Right.
plays for Pittsburgh, so he didn't do it. It's that. I mean, that's the logic. And the Browns will be similar. He'll throw 5-6 touchdown passes. Those girls cried when Ben retired. They had his jersey on.
They're going to have whatever number Watson is.
Yeah.
You're going to see.
It'll sell.
You're going to see the jerseys in the audience.
Absolutely. And they're desperate. Hey, Cleveland.
Yeah,
Let
it's
them
time.
start 8-0 sometime.
You know, since the 90s, how many quarterbacks they've had?
Yeah, 30.
33.
Yeah, I knew it.
33 quarterbacks.
Yeah, I knew it.
Hey, Cincy, they're not standing still. They signed 3 free agent offensive linemen.
They had to.
They get Ted Karras, the center. They get offensive tackle Lael Collins from Dallas and offensive lineman Alex Kappa. They have rebuilt that offensive line.
We talked about it on the show that they had cap space and they had the room.
$55 million.
And they spent it.
And they knew exactly where they were going.
Yes.
And I think in the draft, they're going to look when the priorities is another running back to support that backfield. And then after that, they need some defensive corners. I think their defensive front's pretty
It is.
decent.
It's really good.
You know
Yeah,
what?
they
though?
need corners.
They had the backup in the biggest play of the game.
Yep.
They must
Brian,
think something of them.
Yeah,
Right?
but there's not enough depth there. I think they'd like a
Okay,
little more
okay.
more
All right.
depth.
The other guys, he can go.
Yeah, Mixon's
once
really
again,
good.
Mixon. You talk about forgetting with the
Mixon,
assault
yeah.
or whatever.
Yes.
They forget fast.
Hey, and by the way, Case Keenum traded by the Browns to Buffalo for a
It's
draft pick.
interesting that the Browns cleared house of their quarterback. They're going to clear house of their quarterback.
Yeah,
They want them all out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Baker. What are his options?
Seattle.
Maybe Carolina, but I'll tell you
Carolina.
what they said at the Pitt Pro Day that Matt Rule was all over Pickett.
Oh, I saw him there.
Yeah, he was all over Pickett.
Yeah, I saw him talking
I think Pickett's
him
going to
quite
Carolina.
often. That makes
So,
sense.
Way this talk of the Steelers taking in a quarterback would be crazy. I think they're next.
Well,
year,
not now.
They need to build that
Not-
defensive.
not a cha- not
the
now.
defensive line is weak.
Yeah, they're out of the quarterback derby. Pittsburgh
I would
is now.
think
Oh,
so.
no.
Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Yeah, this isn't temporary.
Oh no, Trubisky's going to be playing
Yeah,
there for
and listen,
Yes.
he's not
No.
awful.
not
Who?
at all.
Trubisky.
No, he's not.
No.
But they get 3 young quarterbacks. You
Put
know,
any-
Trubisky,
one of them's gone.
27.
Haskins is gone. Put any
Yeah.
put any quarterback with the Bears,
Yeah, with that coaching
Right.
staff
and you
too.
find out how lousy you look.
Hey, you mentioned pro day. I got to say how you heard it. Yesterday was Pitt's pro day. Kiefer Siprock wanted to get on, and they told him no. He had to go to Temple.
Wow, I wonder why.
I don't know.
That's all I know.
interesting.
I don't
I'll
have
to
the-
find that
yeah.
out. Hey, Atlanta trades quarterback Matt Ryan to Indy, and then they signed free agent quarterback Marcus Mariota. Ryan has made. This is my opinion. He has 2 or 3 good years
Yeah.
left. Does he make Indy better? But can he make them a Super Bowl contender?
I think that's a good point.
Eddie, they're good everywhere.
I know they are.
If Matt Ryan can score
Albert,
in the
best
red
runner?
zone, Oh, yeah.
running offensive line, good defense.
They're doing the same thing the Rams did.
but
they're
they're
trying to win it
close.
too. They're
Yeah.
trying to win it too.
Their defense was disappointing at the end of the year.
I did not realize Matt
leaky.
Ryan was a Philly guy. I knew he played BC. I didn't know he's a Philly guy.
Yeah. I think he has three. What is he? 38.
Yeah,
37.
He's a good
Oh,
shape.
he
too,
can play
though.
3
He's
more
a-
years,
he's a good shape,
maybe
too.
4. But can he make him a Super Bowl contender? Can he take?
Well, you
him
got to
to
beat
that next
Tennessee in
level?
that division. I mean, you don't want to go the wild card route.
They're like the Browns. Are really similar. Good point. That they're good everywhere else.
Yes.
They're good everywhere.
And,
You know,
and
so-
Mariota will fit in with Atlanta. He's decent. He's good.
Oh no, he's
no.
he's better than the guys a lot of times that are playing. Let's put it that way.
Hey, and the Raiders acquire wide receiver Devontae Adams
Oh.
from the Packers. He pairs up with his college quarterback Carr. Guys, look at this offense. They have Jacobs at running back. That was Wallace, the tight end.
Waller.
The other wide receiver.
Yeah.
They have talent, explosiveness
Loaded.
everywhere. They have a new coach. They're headed in a new direction. In the AFC West, my God, it's just all the best quarterbacks are in the AFC.
That's the toughest division in football, we think.
Russell Wilson at
Yeah.
Denver.
The
And I got
West with
Pittsburgh
Denver,
second.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
Kansas City,
I heard something
Herbert.
interesting.
Yes.
Something interesting today on the way in, though. Playing onto that theme. Those teams are so good, they might just get the winner. They may beat each other up for the wild card
Yeah.
record.
That's
Hey,
hurt.
and the Steelers next year, they have to play Brady. And they have to play all the quarterbacks in their division.
Oh, yeah.
And Jameis Winston re-signs the Saints. So the Steelers really, their defense is going to be challenged by some of the best quarterbacks
Yeah, that's a good one.
around.
Good point.
Now, what's going on in New England, guys? They've unloaded or traded away a number of veteran players. They're getting younger. They're just one thing about Belichick. As soon as a guy reaches a point, he thinks they're done. He doesn't care what they did in the past. If they can't stay at the level he expects, they're gone.
Yeah, that's a good way to coach. I think that's the right way to do it.
You're getting paid.
You'd rather get
Yeah, they're not donating. I always laugh when they cry. They said, "Oh, thank you. The guy made $300 million."
I'd rather get rid of them early.
Absolutely.
They may take a step back. I think they're going to rely on draft choices. They're getting younger. They may take a step back this year.
That is the part that New England has to get better at. Belichick's been 100.
He's not a good draft.
100% on everything he does,
Better coach,
except
not a GM.
You know,
he does not. He doesn't
He
draft
even
good.
admitted he's not good at
He
it.
does not draft well.
No.
And so he's relying more and more on the front office.
And you know,
to do that.
Buffalo's on the come. I think Miami's on the come. The Jets, I can't.
Hey, the Bills, they signed linebacker Von Miller to a huge contract with so much guaranteed money. They're making their move too.
I'll tell you what, though. I'm going to say something about the Bills in San Diego. Those coaches better step up. They've done some goofy stuff.
Especially in
Yeah.
San Diego.
And you got to be able
the
to cover the
Chargers.
field in 12 seconds. I don't
LA
care.
Chargers.
I'll never forgive him for that.
No, he
LA.
can't sleep with that.
They blew the game against
No, he can't
Kansas
sleep
City.
that. He can't sleep.
No, you shouldn't.
But the San Diego guy thinks he knows it all.
Yeah.
You understand?
LA.
Yeah.
Ricky still called
LA
him San
Chargers.
Diego.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Well,
No, you're right.
Oh, they're
Hey,
LA. That's right.
And I'll give them credit. They got linebacker Khalil Mack,
Yeah.
and they got lockdown corner J.C. Jackson. They really improved
did.
in
But you
that
can't
area.
go for two when it's not the
He
right
more than
time.
anyone else.
Absolutely.
His
Fourth down
arrogance
on
got
his
in the
own
way.
19.
I'm
Come
gonna,
on.
I'm going to show you how to do
Yeah,
it.
come
I'm
on
gonna
on
show
the
you.
other. And then he made that remark. Those of us that know, how'd you do, buddy?
Hey, let's move from football madness. This is just crazy. I've never seen the NFL topsy turvy like
You
I've
might
seen
you might
this year.
overcome it with baseball madness.
Oh,
'Cause
hey, March Madness in Pittsburgh, 19,000 people.
I was there, Eddie.
PPG, just great.
I was there.
So many great games. Guys, one of the best games of North Carolina over Baylor in overtime after blowing a 25-point lead. They knock out a number 1 seed, the defending champs, and then St. Peter's, a little Jesuit school out of Jersey City, New Jersey. 2,700 undergrad students. They beat Kentucky. Now they will take on Purdue.
George and I have been talking about this for days. Their head coach makes less than the assistants in Kentucky,
Way less.
and their budget to the school is like $1.5 million. How much Calipari make, George?
Nine.
Nine.
Just him, not the other coaches.
Yeah,
Just him.
Hey,
I love it.
I think they use a high school gym.
I love it. Hey, TCU takes Arizona
Oh,
into overtime before
Jamie,
losing
foul.
Foul him,
85-80.
Foul him, Jamie.
Yeah, but let me say this about Jamie. Okay, 6 years at TCU, 421 seasons, NIT championship, a couple of.
But he couldn't coach at Pitt.
NCAA.
Played too
and
slow.
He couldn't. There you go.
No, he played
But he couldn't
And
coach at
a
Pitt.
lot of Pitt fans are happy to see him.
They
win.
were. No, they really were.
Let's see that. Oh, they've had 6 straight losing seasons.
Yes.
Since
And there's
he
no
left.
one in the place. If pin could drop, you could hear it. You know how much money they're in a rock and a hard place now. Well, we can't afford to fire them because we owe them too much. Start counting those empty seats for 20 home games.
And then they would say, oh, too many 56, 54 games when he coached.
That's what they said. I know.
Let's see, did he score 80 against Arizona?
All I
Number
know
one
is
He won't.
they made a mistake and they won't admit it.
Hey, local interest, Purdue 6-man Ethan Morton from Butler off the bench to score 8 points and win over Texas. Key defensive move on a deflection he made in the end. He had one blip when he fouled a 3-point shooter, led to 4 points.
But he's playing.
But
he's worked his way in there.
Yeah.
He's a 6-man off the bench. He does a
Absolutely.
great job
Worked his way in
defensively.
there.
And now he's headed to the Sweet 16 with the Boilermakers.
And they should beat St. Peter's, let's be honest.
Well.
They're too big for them. They're huge.
Not so fast now.
I know.
I know.
Hey,
True.
and Sam Breen of Gibsonia North
she's a
Catholic
star.
High School, she finished off a great career at UMass with a 31-point effort against Notre Dame in an 87-78 loss. She led UMass to an A-10 title. She was on the all A-10 team. She had 17 double-doubles this season.
Interesting in that in Massachusetts has 2 players from this area, Bream, and then they have the girl from West Middlesex.
Yeah.
That they come down and recruit out down here. It's interesting they landed 2 players
Yeah.
like that.
She's a star, though.
She's a star.
I mean, she is a star.
I'd like to get her back on the show. Both of them are former Armstrong
Oh,
athletes
we watched her play.
of the year.
She was dominant.
Dominant.
Tremendous.
Dominant.
Yes. Hey, best bets to watch this week. My opinion. You tell me what you think. North Carolina, UCLA, St. Pete, and Purdue, Arizona, and Houston. Maybe the Cinderella team, Miami against Iowa State.
Yeah, the teams really that's playing up to their potential total is Miami. And remember, they beat Duke, North Carolina. They beat all these teams during
Larinaga
the regular
great job.
season. Yeah,
I like when the old timer wins. I kind of root for them.
Yeah, and for the women, I think a top game is 2 ACC teams. Notre Dame going against number 1 seed North Carolina State, 31-3.
Yeah, that's a big.
Notre
Hey,
Dame's,
they rebuilt
Notre
that
Dame's one of
fast.
the teams that believes they can beat them.
They
You
scored.
understand?
They
You
went.
understand?
I didn't think they were going to beat number
Hey,
4
hats off to
Oklahoma.
Notre Dame. They turned that around quickly. One bad year.
Yeah,
Right back.
And they scored 108 against
Right.
Oklahoma.
Right.
Hey,
Look out
that's
for
it.
Stanford. Look out for Stanford.
Yeah,
Stanford.
Yes.
That's it for us. We're out of time. We'll see you next week.
Level up your internet. Zoom Extreme from Armstrong gives you unlimited data at our fastest speeds available. That means unlimited gaming, unlimited streaming, and unlimited downloading with no fear of overage charges, delivered on our super reliable fiber optic network. But that's not all. Zoom's enhanced Wi-Fi provides complete coverage throughout your home to the devices that need it most, and it gets better each day. Take advantage of the best value in broadband. Zoom Extreme from Armstrong. The future is faster. The future is now.
Strong Comfort family. Do you have a leaking pipe, a toilet backing up? When you need a plumber, you want an honest, licensed professional. We're available 24/7. Our plumbing experts can handle any need or emergency, including trenchless sewer replacement. Armstrong Comfort Solutions and Matt Mertz Plumbing, 2 great local companies coming together to better serve Western PA.